It's very important for you to be totally authentic and honest with this journaling prompt that you should do right now. Which stage of Maslow's hierarchy of need do I currently need to fulfill? What does your mind ruminate on? And just write down the answer, and it just be very interesting because I think the majority of guys who answer this question truthfully would say, so let's now discuss how you can become more masculine. And the most practical, no BS way to do this is to first find and discover your purpose and mission, and then set goals and obsess over those goals. And we're going to break this down. I'm going to walk you along the process with me, and there's going to be an actionable step in this section of this guide. So do this right now. In the description of this video on YouTube, I've linked a Notion template which you can use to set your goals. Scroll down to that link and click on it right now, and then come back to this video. When you click on that link, you should see a page just like this. And I'm going to walk you through the exact process that I personally use to set and obsess over goals. And this process, not only has it created massive amounts of success for me personally in my own life, but it's also just made me so much more masculine. I'm just going to explain to you why goal setting makes you more masculine. It's the single most practical thing that you have complete control over that will make you more masculine. Why? Because like we said, the masculine energy is all about making progress. Inside of you is this natural desire to make progress, either to ejaculation to impregnate a woman, or to develop yourself to get to the point where you can do that. We have inside of us a core desire, which is to make progress to some kind of meaningful work. And so you need to figure out, what is this meaningful work, this mission, this purpose for yourself? And so I have some journaling prompts that you can do right now as an actionable step that will help you to discover things like your mission, your purpose, and then your goals. And then very shortly, we'll actually go through the goal setting procedure. Okay, so here are 3 journaling prompts that you should do right away. So you should ask yourself these questions and journal the answer either on a piece of paper or on some document on your computer. Number 1. What stage of the Maslow's hierarchy of needs do I need to fulfill? The hierarchy of needs is a pyramid. It's a concept made by the psychologist Abraham Maslow, and it's all about the fundamental desires that we have as humans. And I think it's incredibly important to figuring out where you are in life. The bottom level of this pyramid are all the essential things that we need to survive, like breathing, drinking water, eating food, excreting. Every level above that is another desire that creates a well, meaningful, fulfilling life for us. What's very interesting that I've noticed, which might help you with your answer to this question, is that your mind will ruminate on the need that you're currently stuck on. So let's say, for example, you're extremely thirsty. Your thoughts are going to be based on drinking water. But of course, let's say if all your essential survival necessities are taken care of. For the majority of men, even though the majority of guys don't want to admit this, the need, the desire that they're stuck on is that of sex and love. Their mind ruminates on sex and love. That's the desire that they need right now. It's very important for you to be totally authentic and honest with this journaling prompt that you should do right now. Which stage of Maslow's hierarchy of need do I currently need to fulfill? What does your mind ruminate on? And just write down the answer, and it just be very interesting because I think the majority of guys who answer this question truthfully would say sex. And I think a fair amount of guys would also say social connection. These are fundamental desires, and sure, you can, with a sense of motivation and discipline, look past them to, focus on something else. And, the sort of modern day, oh, I don't need girls, oh, you focus on yourself, king. You feel a lot more free when you've fulfilled a desire, a need on this pyramid. And so it's just very interesting to figure out where you are, because this will really help you with your goal setting. Because I could rant about this separately, man, but I am a big advocate of just being totally open and authentic and just saying yep, I want a girlfriend. Yep, I'm going to set some goals based on being able to have sex, because that's something that my mind is ruminating on, and it's something that would fulfill me. A lot of people disagree with this, and there's that whole modern narrative of oh yeah, we don't need women, and then women say this as well, oh, we don't need men, Both groups are just lonely as fuck. So you can choose, but I personally think that if your mind is ruminating on a need in this pyramid, it would be of your best interest to fulfill that need and to set a goal based on that. The second journaling prompt to ask yourself and to answer right now is, what is some work that I can do that will help my tribe? And the answer to this question may help you find your purpose. What is some work that you can do to help other people that you care about, a group that you care about? First, you need to kind of figure out who is even in your tribe. Is it just your family and your friends? Is there some kind of community that you're a part of? Have you created almost like a social movement like you see before you right now? Who is in your tribe, and what can you do to help them? You see, in the modern day, so many men are lacking masculinity and this sense of being connected with our tribe, that we only think about ourselves. One of the best things that you can do is to have a self-transcending purpose, and that simply just means to have like a reason why you're doing something which is bigger than you. Self-transcending means bigger than you, and purpose is kind of like the reason, the because of the action that you're taking. What is the purpose of your life? Why do you do what you do? Why is your life important? How can your life, how can the work that you do help someone that you care about? Because in the end, that's really the only important thing. It's not even about the money, the rewards, the girls, anything like this. In the end, it all just comes down to, were you a good member in your tribe?